would have played in Las Vegas kind of thing. Yes, it was as much cocaine as you think. Yes, we supplied it. Yes, it was terrific.
And I just have to that you understand that when you get to be a Phil Collins level rich, and why go through the hassle of like I always thought about that with Bob Kraft, when he's going down to a massage parlor in some peculiar part of Florida. I was like, dude, you're so rich. Like, stay in the Four Seasons and have 20 beautiful women brought to you and never have to worry about any of this.
You got that Velveeta money.
But you don't get that sleazy thing?
Maybe.
Like, it's funny. It's fun to go to sleazy places and be sketchy.
I've never gotten I've never paid for a sex act, really. I tried. I never have succeeded.
Good for you, I think.
I could be wrong about Robert Kraft. I could totally be wrong, but his wife had died not that long before that.
That's true,
and I think that there's actually a chance that he really just didn't know what to do on the open market, and that was the best he was able to come up with. As one of his buddies was like, you can get a hand job at this place.
But if you own
it wasn't that sleazy. Like, I'm going to go again to the Best in Show guy, who was at that incredibly insane Mexican, like, gay pornohouse bar right by the 101 on Santa Monica.
Yeah.
That's a guy who loved wallowing in sexual filth.
Yeah, maybe. I just have to assume, like, especially if you're Bob Kraft, you own an NFL team. You're surrounded by guys that can set you straight on how to get some fucking hot poons.
It's probably not good for him to talk to them about that.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he's that good of friends with any of the athletes.
No, but the coaching staff, you could say, can you guys talk to, can you guys get Tom Brady to give you a message on, like, where the best escorts are?
Okay, look, there was a time there where I found those places, right? And I didn't know anything else. So let's say things went differently and I was the Howard Stern of Sirius XM. And I wasn't bi. So I didn't meet Katie, and she didn't tell me about Grindr. And I just know about, because like I know Tender that I got banned from the other day from not being me the other day, whatever. But I know those, and then I know massage places, and the massage places are, I wouldn't go now because I'm pretty lucky with things, and like to drive all the way down there, and obviously pandemic is like fucking way I'd go now. But it wasn't one. It's kind of different. It's like to me, it's like a little bit of a battle massage, and then they massage your penis at the end to get that bit out. Like, to me, it's not sex.
I understand.
It's like some other kind of thing.
Maybe
you can have in your routine of your day. Like, you go there, you get a massage. They don't talk. You don't talk. There's no dinner thing. You just get your release, because sometimes dudes just need to rub one out,
Also, you hit on something. Yeah. It's not really like prostitution. Maybe Bob Kraft's just like one of those guys who's super morally against.
Yeah, because it really is. I don't know. Look, I get it. It's a sex act. But it really is
strange.
I've had older ladies do it for me where, at the end, they put my shoes on for me and stuff. And I liked her. I gave her a tip. But it wasn't, she didn't like me. She didn't find me sexually attractive, and I didn't find her sexually attractive.
Yeah.
She gave me a really good massage, and then at the end, yeah, sure, that thing's part of it. And I felt like it was almost like if she got my back to crack, she would go, "Oh, there you go," and then when I shoot alert, she's like, "Oh, there you go." Like, I'm getting the job done. Hot towel afterwards, and we're off to the races.
I think I told you guys this. I went on like a tour of shady looking massage parlors and wanting to get hand release, and I failed. I went to like 4 or 5 different ones, and I was in an area that, like,
sometimes I think that depending on the person, they can get a little suspect and say that they aren't a part of that.
Yeah.
But maybe I got lucky, but all my younger days, I never fucking asked for it one time. I just got rolled over and they started jerking me off, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that can say, stop jerking me off when nobody's around and a girl's jerking you off. I can't. I'm sure they're out there, but I can't. I come from the school of weak penis power. Like, you touch my dick and I'm like, okay.
My friend who gets a lot of it told me, he's like, well, it's because you look like a cop. Like, really?
You do.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Because one time I went with Katie and they said they don't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you not do it now? And they wouldn't do it to her either.
I just always assume the surest sign is one of those, like, regular massage places don't ordinarily stay open until like 11 o'clock at night on a weekday.
Right.
That I just always figured that was the tell. If you go past one of those massage places in a strip club, mall, and it's just open that late at night, it's insane to think that somebody would be going for a therapeutic massage at 11:30.
That's the little shiatsu.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Long day at work. Little shiatsu 1 a.m.
I don't know. Does it ruin it if you get jerked off at the end of everything you do?
No, I think that.
Like if you had a yoga class and then you jerk, right?
Well, I jerk myself off at the end of yoga.
Yeah. But what about if they did it?
I would go to yoga a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
Muay Thai class, after Muay Thai, you get a quick handy.
My Muay Thai coach would love that.
Nah, yeah. Depending on your coach, I guess. Anyway, you guys, at Peter Millar, they believe enduring styles begin with impeccable craftsmanship. Craft is the basis for everything they do. I don't know if you knew that.
Nice.
Their full collection captures an obsessive attention to detail in pieces that embody the art of refining casual, a devotion to craft. Their signature apparel brings sharp style, whether you're headed on the next adventure or playing 18 holes. Across the Peter Millar fall line, their updated, celebrated styles like the Excursionist Flex series introduce a range of rich seasonal colors and exclusive patterns and continue to innovate groundbreaking outerwear with apparel like the Stealth Series short, pants, cardigans, and dynamic rain gear to the Excess and Hyperlight vest to the Merge hybrid jacket were comfortable styles that span the scene of a life well lived, from on-the-go performance to sophisticated seasonal essentials with Peter Millar. Discover the entire Peter Millar fall line today at petermillar.com. Get free shipping, effortless returns, and receive a complimentary gift with your purchase when you visit petermillar.com/Ellis. petermillar.com/Ellis. And yes, YouTube, we are back on. Sorry, the charger on the laptop slipped off. Technical difficulty day. After the show, I don't want to operate my phone. I've had to fucking restart so many things today.
Yeah.
I talk to myself about doing that stupid song intro. Then I come down here and I'm like, all right, let's do this fucking intro. And then, whoa, I'm like, wow.
Oh, right.
And then I did a Peter Millar read before you got here. That was the most offensive thing ever written for me.
They must think their customers like fancy birds.
Or they must think the radio hosts are like sailors, or I don't know who talks like that. Like who uses, like, you know what I mean? Like if I ever had lunch with someone who used a couple of those words, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy should just, he's got Morse code going. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I've never felt less educated than an hour and 15 minutes ago. Like fucking Andrew and Noah explained to me what these words mean as I go,
I was going to get Mike Safi to come today to use the track, but he ended up canceling too, so it's worked out well.
Nick Curson just disappeared on me.
I texted him this morning. He said he's starting training again. Brought it out of the blue. I didn't even mention it. He's like, I'm going to start training Jason again. I was like, nice. Oh.
Maybe it'll be next Monday. Because he keeps going, you ready Monday? I'm like, yep. And then he doesn't text me.
No, you got to stay on him. Because he has 30 people come every day.
I know, but I don't want him to tell me what time to train on Monday morning. Like, you know me.
Text him Sunday afternoon.
Okay, all right.
You text him Sunday afternoon, you say, like,
because I usually leave it on Friday, and then I think he forgets over the weekend.
He does. He has, you got to remember, he has 30 dudes come a day, and 25 of them are fighters. you know how they are. They're like, oh, what time were we doing? Like,
yep. Okay.
And let me know what time, and maybe I can meet you. Alex, you know who Alex Pereira is?
Sounds familiar.
Glory two division champ. He's considered the most dangerous man on earth. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Flatline Adesanya a couple times. Flatline.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
One time.
No, I think he knocked him out twice.
Really?
And flatline Kevin Willis twice. I know that. And he signed with RFA. His first professional fight. If he can at all get it together in the takedown defense world, he's going to be really dangerous.
Yeah, but is he going to be Alexander? Because I feel like that guy's got like some sort of weird wrestling game that I've never seen on anybody who's a striker. I've never seen anybody figure out their version of takedown defense where I'm like, who's taking him down?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like with his little pinpoint target, like striking, you never really get in a good spot to get a hold of it. You're always going to get cracked a couple times right when you shoot. You know?
But we have not seen him fight in MMA with someone as sophisticated at striking as he is. I don't know how that would work out.
I would like to. I don't know how good that hazmat guy is going to be, but I feel like that guy could fuck with easy.
He's good.
Because that guy's grappling is fucking cool. He seems like the last person in the world I would want to fight. Because that's the last way I want to lose. Just to be crushed and pounded out. Mayhem did that to me once where it was just like, I can't. It was very obvious that I was like slowly getting punched unconscious.
You start to panic.
I was like, I remember thinking, this is so bad that I don't want to be a pro fighter. Like, that's how bad it was. I felt like a baby. Like, I felt like I was like reaching for the water, like the air like I was drowning. You know what I mean? Like, I was like at one point, I think I was trying to give him an armbar so that he would stop punching me in the face.
I totally know. I've done that so many times.
I was like trying to roll and give that to him.
I've done this one. I've done this one. No, that's worse than having someone lump you up and striking. Like that feeling of like it's exactly like drowning and you can't get out.
It made me think, if you fight somebody as good as Jason and he gets you there, this is what's going to happen, except it's going to be for real.
Yeah, imagine how terrifying it is to fight Khabib. And he starts doing that leg lock on top of you, and you're like, oh, I'm fucked. This is it. I'm dead.
It hasn't done the commercial yet, right?
Yeah.
You know, Jordan that rolls with those Gracie guys reckons the 10th Planet guys are like a little bit rougher and pull on things a little more. And I was like, really? I didn't notice that. Maybe I didn't roll with enough 10th Planet people.
I think, because it's so geared towards gi. So you have to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, with finding holds.
What, because you can slip out of stuff more because people can't hold on to your gi?
Yeah, I mean, like, if, you're going no gi,
more scrambles?
You can grab the inside of someone's collar pretty easily and then try to figure out what to do. Maybe pull guard. If you have nothing to grab on, you kind of are forced to be a little bit more fucking aggressive. I've always found.
Yeah. Wait, so if I started getting into gi jiu-jitsu, I'd be less likely to get injured?
Except for your fingers, yeah. I found my fingers and hands always just get fucked up. But besides that, I felt like it was a little more.
See, that's a arthritis game right there. I don't fuck with that. I already feel like from my knuckles and stuff hitting shit, they don't feel super good. I'm going to be on a lot of CBD when I'm older. Which is a good thing. I got some.
Yes, I will.
Oh, mate, it's going to be cold. This winter is going to be brutal cold. What is it about 2020 that made everything so aggressive? We've got the antidote, fight cold with Cozy and start stockpiling Tommy John bras, underwear, loungewear, and pajamas. It's the new toilet paper. This year, Tommy John is making sure you can give the gift of comfort to everyone on your list and yourself. With Tommy John men's and women's loungewear, say goodbye to the old stained sweatpants. Tommy John loungewear is luxuriously soft and guaranteed to fit perfectly with the same level of comfort and innovation that goes into everything Tommy John makes. Plus, Tommy John's loungewear, pajamas, and underwear come in a limited edition sets, perfect for gifting, but they sell out quick, so order soon. There's no risk with Tommy John's best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. Order now to make sure the gifts arrive by the holidays. Go to TommyJohn.com/Ellis for $25 off site-wide. Get $25 off for a limited time only at TommyJohn.com/Ellis. That's TommyJohn.com/Ellis. See site for more details.
What do you guys think? Does Paul Felder have any chance against Rafael dos Anjos?
Fuck yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
That is a fun fight.
I like it.
Yeah, it's an amazing fight. I really like both those guys.
Yep.
That is two men that are not gonna feel each other out. There will be no. They're gonna go at it.
You think Rafael's going to try and take him down?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't think he'll stand with him? It's a bad idea, right? Stand with the dragon.
Well, and I also don't think he's playing to his strengths when he does that. I mean, when Rafael does that, just never-ending pressure right from the start, just boom, 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 and pressures people, pushes them up against cage. That's when he really shines. And if you saw against like Pettis and then against Donald, like he shut them down. He absolutely.
Seems confident. I saw an interview with him. He's talking about title shots and how he's not interested in fighting Conor. He's only interested in getting the belt. And I feel like maybe he is revived, knowing that in the end, going down to 155, if you do get a title fight, it is not against Habibi. Because Habibi would kill him. You can ask him.
Yeah.
And,
guys, I break him like chicken. That's what he said.
That's what he said. For
That's
those who don't know,
Habib. You don't know about that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Been working on it.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Paul Felder took this fight on what, like 5 days' notice?
Yeah.
Much
Red
much
Dragons.
Even RDA himself gave Paul.
He thanked him.
Yeah. Paul said he was training for like a triathlon or something.
Which is one of those things like Nate Diaz was training for a triathlon when he beat Conor the first time. Could it be an upset? Could cardio be the answer?
And funny enough, who was Nate Diaz filling in for when he did that fight against
Rafael dos Anjos. Coincidence? Could the gods be making decisions for us?
Who broke his fucking foot a week before the Conor McGregor fight. That was like the it.
And lost all the hype. There was so much hype about to go up inside his anus.
Speaking of things up in your anus.
Yeah.
Real quick, scientists were able to drive a tiny robot around inside a living butthole. You heard me.
That's awesome, man.
A team of scientists at Purdue University, they built a tiny microbot that can be operated inside the colon.
Yeah. Could there be a microphone in there so you could talk and drive in my anus?
Colon bot.
Yeah, that's probably more on microphone technology at this point.
They got small microphones, right?
Microbots are pretty small. This guy's...
What about a bigger microphone?
Well, then you're going to need a bigger anus.
I might do that.
We call it Lee.
Because I know that I was the first person ever to put a phone in a girl's anus and then call my mum from her anus. But What about if I was to put a microphone butt plug, if you will, but like not a butt plug, more like a ball with a microphone on it with a string attached to it, and then you put the ball in my anus, so it's like in my anus,
Sure.
and with the microphone, and then play like Sepultura and see if I can. Boy, my tone very easy to get. That's Sepultura right there.
Yeah.
What if you play music in your stomach?
That'd be cool.
Right?
Might be good for digestion.
How's that for Sirius XM legalities?
Oh, that would be fine.
Good.
Yeah. Metal up your ass.
When we get back in the
Literally.
studio, Michael, for the 15th year anniversary, I'll
Which
put
would
a
be the
microphone.
17th year. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the microphone in my ass because it'll be 2 years. I'll be saving up my celebration of the 15th year.
I know they have vibrators that are connected to Bluetooth.
Right.
You put them on, then you
Yeah.
put like favorite songs in it. Zzz, 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 zzz.
Oh, but you
Yeah.
can't get the speaker in
You
there.
get a little speaker in there. Speakers.
What's the smallest speaker money can buy?
Well, this robot is only as wide as a few human hairs,
Whoa!
and it navigates colons by essentially doing backflips.
Fuck. Yeah.
That nanobot movement allows it to traverse rough terrain. And by rough
Right.
terrain, I mean
Shit fights.
pig anuses
Yeah. Oh, they're in pigs.
at the moment. The idea is there are certain kinds of medication that are best delivered anally, and these nanobots would allow them to deliver the payload exactly where.
I know a medication best delivered anally. This big.
There he is.
Well said, Mike.
Thanks.
Hey, real quick, Kevin, I want to talk to you about the dude you're hooking up with these days. I'm sure we're all dying to hear about that. But that reminds me, a listener by the name of Chris has been in his spare time whipping up some graphics, some for fun, some specifically for the show. And he had one that he wanted me to share with you, Mike Catherwood.
Oh!
You know, look at that. It's the Outback Steakhouse Bloomin' Anus.
No.
That's pretty bad. Thank you, Chris.
Mickey Rooney's potato pussy.
Mickey Rooney's potato
I
pussy.
don't totally get what he's going for there. There's the fuck bear fleshlight and come inside the bucket. Paul Sanders. Come so.
Man, that is really like if I was on a diet, I could just look at those and I'd be less inclined to eat.
My dog, my little puppy, well, she's not little, she's gigantic, but she's a puppy. We just had her spayed yesterday.
Yeah.
And because of that, they have her on these meds, you know, to sedate her and to deal with pain. And because of that, she is ripping the most disgusting farts, like 45 times a day. And I was thinking, like, this is actually really good for my diet because I'm just not hungry ever.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly smelling horrendous shit.
That's handy.
There was a video going around yesterday of somebody's girlfriend is lactose intolerant, and she had eaten mac and cheese, and he's just talking to her through the bathroom door. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No!" And as she says no, it's just the most radical.
Oh.
The Farrelly brothers would have said, "This is too much." The noise that came out.
Oh, man. Can we get that audio? Because that sounds like a really interesting fart.
Kevin, why don't you tell us what's going on Craigslist these days? I'll try to find that link and send it to Noah to share with us. All right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I hide.
I love that. You finish. I hide. That's the bubble butt guarantee.
So he gets jizzed in his ass and just sprints off into a closet.
Mine! Yep. Just want to share it with you.
Stays in there dwelling with it.
He's going to put it in the...
Stirring up a pot of hot jizz.
Put it in the mason jar with the rest of his life.
Oh, man. Oh. Shit got real.
A gaping jar.
Man, that's tempting.
Gotta clean my palate. Hang on.
I do appreciate that fella, because at least he's thinking outside the box, with the VR and the hiding.
Yeah, it's better than like, I'm hideous, come over and I'll sit on your dick.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Fair enough.
What would be bad if you were not in a relationship or if you were in an open relationship with somebody who just let you watch the porn of your choice, who just blew you? Like, how homophobic do you have to be to really have a problem with that?
You're going to get a mixed bunch of answers, Michael. I think a lot of people probably think that that's gay.
Well, it is gay to have a guy blow you. But
I don't think it is.
But I
also don't think... Yes! I can't wait to hear this debate. I'm all ears.
It's not.
Yeah, no, so far so good. I'm with Michael. I feel like if you watch virtual, like, porn, straight porn, and you're married and your wife's like, I don't want you cheating on with hoes, but I'll let this one guy come over and blow you while you watch your porn and your virtual thing. So you don't even see him.
This scenario, where, yeah, you know exactly what's going on.
Sure.
And I'm not really interested in penetrating this man's anus, bubble butt or not.
I want that clip.
But I pick the porn, I go over, I make myself comfortable. Let's just say his apartment's like nice and there's nothing about it that makes me uncomfortable.
Good luck with that.
Kind of weird. I know. You know what I mean? Best case scenario, it feels like a very sterile, like I pick the hotel room, and this guy just comes over with his kit and he gets it all set up and I just watch whatever I want and he just gives me this amazing blowjob and at no point am I like, I can tell this is kind of the dude. I know the difference, but I would not be able to tell the difference if I didn't know. And then he runs away with my load and hides it in the closet and then I take off and go home. I'm sorry, that's a lot of things, but I don't consider it gay.
Listen, I don't have a problem with it. I probably would do that. I'm simply saying, by virtue of
but you're not gay.
By virtue of it being...
But doesn't that prove it right there that you would do it and you're not gay?
Yeah, but I would do gay... I'm not opposed to doing gay things.
You are.
I'm not
Come
saying,
on, dude.
Listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't put good thought to it. All I'm simply saying is that by virtue of a man giving you oral sex, that is gay. That is a gay exercise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that bit. But it's not. You're not having sex with him. You're just coming in a mouth.
It's a gay act, but you're not gay when you're doing it.
You're not gay. I don't think you're automatically gay if you do it. By no
So if you're not automatically gay when you do it, then why not do it?
And
if your wife lets you.
You're not bi when you do it.
No, I'm doing it. You don't have to convince me.
I have long maintained that if Hugh Hefner was tearing through 10 Playboy bunnies at a time, but in his mind he was imagining that he was banging the captain of the football team, that's gayer than this scenario that we're talking about.
Okay, I'll go with you on that.
It's about what turns you on.
I'll go with you on that. But you asked the question, is that gay? And I go, well, a guy blowing you is gay. I mean, let's not kid ourselves.
What if he's not gay and he's wearing a virtual thing that shows a really big clit and he sucks the clit until it comes in his mouth? He's into steroid using ladies.
What about if you and your buddy are both not gay? But you're both really hard up.
Yeah.
So you both dedicate yourselves independently as best you can without blowing a bunch of dudes to getting as good at blowjobs as you possibly can be, and you just provide this service for one another. And you never talk about it, and he's always got it in the closet when you get up. Does that make you guys gay lovers?
What about this? If I fuck your butt cheeks and I use virtual thing and it's like your tits, it's like a lady's tits. So all I do is just pump your butt cheeks and jizz on your back, but it shows on my screen that I jizzed on her chest, and then you do it to me, and we both don't talk about it. That's not gay, right? Because there's not even any penetration. Right,
maybe.
Kevin finally might be right. I think we might be gay.
Kevin, I actually pity the hate in your heart, Kevin.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Hey, Katie! Come here! I wonder if she thinks it's gay.
you are gay, but it doesn't mean it is gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
of course.
let me ask.
That's like saying, are you a brunette if you get hit by a... I mean, you're a gay guy, you're a gay guy. You know, I don't think there's any...
If you die a virgin and you always wanted to sleep with girls but none of them were interested in you, were you gay because you never successfully slept with them? No, of course you're a straight man who never had sex.
Okay, if you get say you're in an open relationship and you got a boyfriend and you're like, yeah, you're allowed to do stuff. He goes to a house where he puts on virtual goggles and it's a girl sucking him off. And the guy comes in, sucks him off, and then the guy takes the jizz and runs away, hides in the closet, and then you take the goggles off and you leave. Is that gay? Is that a gay act?
So does this person ever see who's sucking their dick? Or
No, but they know full well that it's a dude, but out of sight, out.
They know that it's a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's still in the gray area of gay.
Can I be straight after I've done that act?
I think that makes you bi.
If you
Harsh.
only have straight sex your entire life and then you did that one time, you would say that person is now bi, not straight.
If they enjoyed it, I think that makes them bi. Whether they do it again, that's personal choice. But the fact that, you had a man's lips wrapped around your dick and you loved it so much that you came in their mouth, knowing that it was a dude, even though you were thinking about something else.
Okay, I know you don't have a penis, but if you have a hard on and somebody sucks your dick, unless they're bad at it, you're probably gonna jizz. Especially if you have virtual things on and you don't know for sure that it's a guy.
I mean, if you never look, then I guess you don't know for sure. But if it's like established ahead of time, like, hey, this is a dude that's gonna suck your dick. That, in my opinion, that makes you bi. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just means that on this spectrum, like, you have a little flex. Whether you do it again, that's your decision. But like, you're not straight.
Flex.
You're not straight. You came in a man.
What about if a girl is like, I'm really into her, and she's like, I totally want to give you a hand job, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then at the last second, she goes, hold on. She puts on a mask that's covered with swastikas, and I still ejaculate. Now, am I a little bit of a Nazi?
No.
Well, then you're not gay. Well done, Michael. Yeah, well done. Because you're not, right?
I mean, that's somebody's personal belief system. That doesn't transfer that way.
Yeah, but you don't believe in being gay when you're watching a girl virtually suck you off and it's a guy's mouth.
No.
I'm not a part of the gay community.
Ethical things are totally different.
If I come in your mouth, does that mean I'm a part of your community?
No.
Right, so I'm not gay.
Okay, but I'm saying it's a fallacy to compare it to. It's not the same.
How dare you?
Yeah, I agree. How dare both of you guys?
See, I didn't want to, because I'm assuming Will still listen sometimes. Go ahead, Kevin.
You're a gay man. Because a gay man one time did that to Katie, and he was gay as fuck. And when he left, he was still gay as hell. I would not call him bi. Remember the guy that you hooked up with?
Yeah. He tried to fuck me, and I was like, you don't have a condom on. So he was, in my opinion, bi. Sure, he's predominantly gay, but if you're like willing to swing the other way, you're versatile, you're at least like fluid, that means you got a little bit of the straight sprinkled in there,
Okay.
A little bit.
I don't want to bring animals into this, so I won't. I won't. What about if you're hanging out and everything's great, you're having heterosexual liaison with somebody, you guys are like on meth, and you're just going at it for hours and days at a time, right? And then your female partner goes, I think you'd really like, and then she produces this small, furry, live alien. And the alien has a rectum. And
I'm fucking that.
And she fucks you with like fleshlight stuff.
My girlfriend is the best.
Right.
She produces an alien with a fucking hole.
Let's just say an alien. It could be other small, warm, alive creatures.
Yeah.
Orifices. But in this case, it's an alien. And you like the way it feels. And
is there a penis dangling underneath the hole?
You can't tell. It's indiscriminate genital.
I don't know. If it's not from Earth, I'm fucking it. I don't care if it's a dick or not.
Wow. So you're saying if it has a dick, you're gonna have sex with a furry critter?
If it's legit, like bankable, I can prove that it's an alien. Yeah, I'm fucking it.
I'm with Mike.
What's consensual, right? You're not raping.
Right. No, my girlfriend or wife produces an alien that really wants me to fuck it.
The alien still's like, yeah, I'm still into it.
Please fuck my ass. I'd be like, oh yeah, cool.
All right. It says your ass, which shows no.
Go ahead, Kevin. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I would do that.
I'm okay with that. I'm still. Listen, if somebody comes from another planet,
the fuck sleeve.
Yeah, I would do that.
If somebody comes from another planet and he's like, dude, you can't tell anyone I'm here because the government, they'll trap. We've sent down some other aliens and it didn't work out well, But I'm just horny, but I'm from Venus. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's do this. You really want my human dick? Okay, come on. Let's fuck it.
What about if I start hanging out with like the overlord of heroin, opium, from like the Far East, and it's kind of like the Clint Eastwood movie, The Mule, where he ends up partying with the cartel. Yeah. But it's like even better. It's just so opulent, and every night the guy is sending you the most insane escorts, and you're doing moves you've never seen, sex toys you've never seen. It's the best sex you've ever seen. And then on like the fourth night, she busts out like a pangolin or like a red panda or something like that, and she's like, "Trust me, this is the ultimate erotic delight." And then she's like, "No, trust me, they like it too."
I gotta draw the line there.
Am I now retroactively? Was I always into bestiality? Fuck no.
No.
Wait, you're saying you're gonna fuck that panda? Just on the basis of a heroin addict said that, trust me, the panda will like it? That is not a good enough fucking reason for me to fuck a panda. I'm gonna need panda to speak English.
Yeah,
give me that dick.
It's gonna be hard. Okay, it's a dolphin because there's sort of like a precedent for that. And she's like, she does like a little like and pats her hip a couple times. The dolphin fucking racing over.
Yeah,
I know. Trust me, this is the best. And she's right.
The thing about the alien is I'm assuming I can get some confirmation that the alien wants it.
What do you mean? If the dolphin comes over and starts rubbing its pussy on you, it wants it, dude.
Yeah,
man. You just admit it.
Right.
You're fucking the dolphin. Because if you're fucking that alien, that furry thing that had balls dangling underneath it, you're fucking a dolphin.
Probably.
So were you into bestiality the whole time? No, you weren't.
No.
Yeah, he was.
I don't agree.
I'm not fucking that dolphin.
I'm not going out of my way to find a dolphin to fuck. But if I'm in the situation that Tully just said,
no.
Okay,
if you're on heroin again, you probably should fuck a dolphin. But if you're there and you're you, and you know some exotic person that fucks dolphins and has a dolphin that loves to fuck people, and you're in an exotic ocean with these dolphins that come to the tap of a hip, no, you're not fucking that dolphin, dude. No, you're not.
Okay.
You're fucking an animal.
I know, but it's an animal who wants my dick.
It's a horny 5-year-old.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Listen, take the exact same situation.
Dolphins have the intelligence of a child.
It doesn't matter. If you put the exact same situation Tully just confronted me with, it doesn't matter how. It could be a collection of the hottest girls on the planet, and after 6 nights of this sex, she goes, you know what's even better?
Yeah.
A 6-year-old girl. I'd be like, well, look, I'm out. I'm sorry. I give up on.
But you'd be okay with a dolphin?
Yes.
Okay. I can't argue anymore. I mean, I could, but I feel like you just want to stick with fucking a dolphin. I know you're joking. I know you are.
Well, listen, obviously, who knows what would happen if I was.
What do you mean, who knows? I know that you wouldn't fuck a dolphin under any circumstances.
Right, as of right now, yes, you're right. But I'm thinking logically, if I'm in the situation, if I'm in, Abu Dhabi, and this guy's just presenting me with it, and the girl who I'm fucking, who looks like, a playmate, is like, honestly,
wait,
this is baby shit.
If the girl's really hot and she tells you to fuck a dolphin, that changes things?
That changes a lot of things for me.
Really?
Dude. Because as we're getting back to that ethical stuff, if a normal female, I'm single, right? I want to date.
You are fucking embarrassing. You are fucking embarrassing. Really?
Let's say I'm single. Okay.
Whatever. It doesn't make any difference. You can't go
I
out
go on Tinder and I start meeting a girl. We go on date number 1. She's a 6, and she goes halfway through dinner. She goes, "Listen, I think I should be upfront with you. I'm a neo-Nazi and hate Jews, hate black people, don't even like sitting here with you because you look a little brown for me."
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I go, well, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to leave. Right? If this girl is hot enough, I'm going to fuck her. I'm not going to spend much time with her, but I'm just being very honest. So you can be like, listen, I'm in the Klan. I'm fucking her. If she's hot enough, my reason, my logic all goes out the window. I just know that about myself, and I'm.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like
I
she
think
can call.
that makes it better.
She can.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was black, I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't fuck her if I was me.
She could be actively calling me a smelly beaner while I'm fucking her, and I'd be like, okay. This is...
Oh, dude. Yeah, me too.
Listen, okay, you want to.
Most of what you just said was true, Kevin.
All of that is true, but I made the caveat. I was like, I get to wear a glove, right? That was the deal, and I was like, yeah, totally true. Listen, I gave a guy a vasectomy, the producer on the Kevin and Bean show. I gave him a vasectomy. I handled his balls and dick like for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's surgery. I'd let you tattoo my dick, but I wouldn't let you suck it. You know? Yeah, you're gay, but you're not gonna. You're being gay, dude. And as a gay guy, that's not what you shouldn't do that. Like you're not gay. And I know you joke about it on the radio a lot.
No,
but
I
you say that you
joke.
would jerk off Kevin. Dude, if you jerk Kevin off and you've got a glove on, you're still fucking gaying out with him, dude.
Fine.
It's like saying if he has a condom on, if you suck his dick with a condom, it blocks the gay or something.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying it's not gay. I'm not saying it's not gay. I'm saying I do it.
I'm saying you wouldn't.
Okay.
What about if a guy just took a bullet wound and he's just like, I'm not gonna make it, Mike, and then he reveals to you out there in the middle of the woods, and you know it's true, he's gonna die, that he is a virgin, he's never had any physical contact, and he's always wondered what it was like, and he asks if you will give him a hand job before he dies.
Yeah, I would
do that, and it's not gay.
That's different,
right?
Yeah.
And even if it is gay, I don't care. Like, I'm just telling you, I don't care. Now, if you presented me with the thing of Kevin wearing a condom and blowing him, I would not do that.
Would you wear virtual goggles and go to a house where you get blown by somebody, and then when you leave, you don't see them, but when you talk to them on whatever thing it was you were talking on, they're a guy.
I'm really desperate, or
no, your wife said I found a guy, and I know you're a horny fucking idiot, but I don't want you to be fucking women. You can't handle yourself. But I got this guy. You go in, you put the goggles on, you leave. He's not going to be there. He just wants to store your cum in a fucking jar for later.
My wife likes this, or she just tolerates it?
She wants you to do it. She thinks she needs a little extra, and she's like, this one I can deal with because I can tell my wife. We have an open relationship, but like when I sleep with girls, it's way more of a questioning. She has to check them out, she has to see what kind of people they are. Like with the guy thing. Before the pandemic, it was a lot easier. I don't know. I don't think I would. The only situation where I would really seriously contemplate is if like Bianca was like, it would really turn me on if you did this. She's not there. She just wants you to do it for your own good.
Yeah,
do it for your own good.
I'm just not that hard up right now. I can't see myself because I don't particularly want to do that. But if I was like really,
but you will go over to Kevin's and jerk him off with a glove.
Yeah, but when I told you I would do that, and I mean it, it was for the sake of the radio. I don't know what I'd do if I was hanging out with Kevin. We were watching. Wait, would you have? Like, dude, it's been years, and the pandemic's hit me hard. Could you at least jerk me off and be like,
okay? What about this? What about this? The Jason podcast is way bigger than the Jason Ellis Show. Okay, so now I don't have a boss. There's no Sirius XM. It's a podcast. Yeah, but it's as big as this thing. Yeah, and we're doing Gay History Month. Yes, and everybody's doing a gay act on the radio. Yes. And we want you to get sucked off by a gay guy for the radio. It's going to be huge. I don't think I'd do it. Would you go over to Kevin's house and jerk him off for the? Because I feel like part of you saying you'll do it because you know that we can't do it on Sirius XM. I don't think you can. What's the legalities of him going over and jerking you off with a glove? Can he do that? I mean, it's not insertion. Well, no. Wait, I don't think. I don't know. I'll text Jim right now. If we could do it. I want my boss to have like a busier day.
I don't know if we could do it on the air, but I do know they can't stop us from doing it and then talking about it on the radio.
That's right.
You don't play it like You get 5 for that one.
But they could just do it. They could just do it on a Saturday night. They could talk about it on a Monday. No recording, no broadcasting. They could do it.
And then come back on Monday and you're like, dude, you wouldn't believe it. Catherine came over to my house and turned me off.
Yeah, you could FaceTime us while you're doing it.
Yeah.
We could absolutely watch it happen, just even if we could not broadcast it.
I'm texting my boss right now, boss's boss, like, hey, I just say, hey, could Mike jerk off Kevin on the air? Like, just in case. Don't, get off! Get off my fucking joke to my boss. Don't ruin it. I want him to think I'm deadly serious.
I'm being honest. I
want him to think. I want him to go, fuck. How am I going to tell Jason that I can't let Mike jerk off Kevin on the radio without breaking his heart? Because I'm very passionate about my bits. You see,
I'm being very honest with you. I think that there's a lot of value to that. I think it would be funny. I think it'd be hysterical because Kevin would not be enjoying it. Right. And
he said no.
But I don't have any desire to, and I wouldn't blow Kevin, even if he had a condom on. You know, I know myself, and I'm being very honest with you.
Kevin, you are no dolphin.
Oh shit.
I think it's interesting that the hypothetical you chose was a hot dude.
Well, it does make a difference, I think.
And eating ass is pretty gay.
I'd be much more apt to lick Brad Pitt's ass than I would a normal-looking man.
Oh, come on. Wouldn't you, to save a life, eat just about any ass?
To legitimately save life? Yeah, fuck it.
Right, exactly.
I would.
Almost any of us would.
Maybe just like
Kevin just.
I would do a lot of things.
Ass.
I would do a lot of things, Kevin. And I think this kind of makes it take it out of the realm of like, would you do gay stuff? I would do a lot of things that I downright absolutely do not want to do that will put me in great discomfort to save someone's life. And I think that falls in that category.
Well, just know our boss Jim would not let you jerk Kevin off.
Okay.
So, and I don't think like if we did it like where you jerked him off and then I told Jim, hey man,
too late.
Yeah. I just organized Catherine to jerk off Kevin. Too late if you wanted to stop that. I wonder how much trouble I get in for that.
I wouldn't try
that. I wasn't gonna. I feel like even in my first year here, people thought that I would, but I wouldn't. There's a couple of things that might have happened where I didn't know it was bad until somebody told me, and then it never happened again.
I wonder, here's a thought experiment. I don't know if you guys can put yourself in this situation, but at least for me, I wonder if I would fall off the wagon to save someone's life. Not like someone that I really care about, like just a regular person. They're like, this guy's going to die.
Do you mean fall off the wagon or just do drugs and alcohol until they die?
Not just once. No, I mean, I got to, like, they're going to monitor me and I got to go a full year of like just whatever consequences come my way, I have to use and drink.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It makes no sense. A life for a life doesn't make any sense. You're dead if you do that. Because I know you. You could do it, like you could do heroin and drink one day.
Yeah, and get back.
And then you go straight back into all the thing.
Yeah,
and you'd be fine. But do it for a year, I wouldn't. That's not a fit. I would do that for my son.
Right.
I'm not doing it for. Because it's like if you have a young person, then I'll give my life so that you can live your life. But if we're both the same age, why would I die so that you can live? Like you're about to die anyway. Why make me live a year of fucking misery so that you live and I die? Like how did that defeated the purpose? It's not a fair trade. You cannot die a miserable drug overdose life because that's you. In a year, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Probably,
or would want to be.
Within 2 days, you'd want to be dead.
That's not bad.
Probably an hour, actually. You'd be like, "Oh my god, how far back did I just go?"
No, because
it's the most evil thing ever. I think to make a sober person do the drugs for a year
Yeah.
Like I think it's already evil that you would make like a gunpoint an alcoholic, make him drink. But I know like Dak Shepard and people like that, they've slipped. But these are dedicated people. Like they you know, one time they could do it and go straight back into the meeting and be fine.
Sure. Yeah. No. And if the gun was to my head and all I had to do was like one bump or one like get really drunk in that moment, I know I'd be fine because like you said, it would be the prolonged one. That would be rough.
Wasn't that one of the deaths in 7?
Eating.
He was eating.
No drugs.
I thought that there was.
Oh yeah, the guy with the heroin.
It was 7 of them.
Yeah, he thought it was heroin. Yeah.
That's nuts.
But that was a way different. He was a zombie. He didn't like cruise around doing heroin, playing video games.
I don't think
He's
that
tied
guy,
to a bed.
yeah, I don't think that guy wanted to get clean. He was pretty. But that's. Now let's talk more about jerky.
And what else is happening on the list?
Yeah.
Taj Mahal. What the first one I still don't understand.
Vacuum pump?
Yeah, what is that?
Isn't that the thing where you pump up your dick?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that because I thought it'd be funny to see my dick all humongous and shit, but I'm a little worried. I'd be a little worried watching my dick expand to like I'd be like, whoa, I feel like that's hurting it, you know?
Doesn't seem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if that was a thing that you could do with other parts of your body, nobody would go for that.
You see the pussy ones?
Tongue massive.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, and I guess people do it with their lips. So
yeah.
I take that back.
But I still say,
It's technically hot.
if you got into it, you could hurt yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah. I agree. I never understood that. Like I said, I used to steal Penthouse magazines from the newsstand on my way on the bus when I was going home from high school. And they were little ones because I couldn't get the big magazines, so it was always Penthouse Forum, but sometimes it was Penthouse Variations, and that was the kinks stuff. And I didn't get it. It was like, oh yeah, so I got this pump, and I just pump my dick up, and I usually do it for an hour, but this time I did it for like 3 days, and my dick was just so huge and so purple, and ooh, then I finally came. Man, that was awesome. I'm like, I can usually, I think I'm pretty good about, like, even if I'm not into something, I can understand why somebody would be.
Sure.
It's just got to be this thing about, like, this cartoonish, like, that's got to be the same guy that wants the stripper that has, like, the 3-foot-long boobs. Right? It's just like, I want a 3-foot-long cock, and I want a girl with boobs that are, like, 2 oversized watermelons.
I also think it's similar to the guy who wants the, like, 30-inch arms.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I totally look. Who understands pumping iron more than me? I understand wanting to be buff and jacked. But 20-inch arms would be amazing. You'd be like, wow, look at me, I'm buff. The guys who do like the synthol and they train to have the 35-inch arms, I'm like, well, what's going on with that?
I feel like wanting to jerk off for 3 days has to have drugs in it.
Yeah.
So that kind of changes things.
I feel like that out of the Penthouse Forum.
Yeah, because I feel like the people that I've hooked up with is the people that party. That's what the number one question used to be in the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you want to hook up? I go, do you party? Because that's my pump fake. Because you go, yeah, I go block.
Yeah. Because
you're a tweaker, and when you do that, then that's the whole thing with doing meth is you forget about any responsibility. You turf out any consequence. You just want to keep jerking your dick. So they make decisions like pumping your penis for 3 days.
Yeah.
And you think like, could you injure your penis if you pumped it for 3 days? You wouldn't think that if you were doing meth.
Yeah,
You'd just be pumping it.
Worried about that. The only thing I can compare it to, I have had like hangovers where I kind of just jerked off relentlessly all day. And it's the way that you just kind of put the feeling queasy and the anxiety that comes with it and whatever. Like if you were happy last night, now you're paying the dopamine price of it that you just kind of zone out and jerk off and eat Doritos and nothing really bothers you.
Yeah, the meth stuff's really dangerous because every emotion you have becomes 10 times more extreme.
Hey, somebody on YouTube saying, have I seen the Japanese show where the guys suck other guys' dicks
in a box, right?
Wait, you know about it and say that they're straight?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know much of the details, but if they have a box and it covers the penis and the guy's head, and then you just see like a person kneeling and he's getting a blowjob. And like, I don't know what the competition is, but it's definitely dudes getting blowjobs from dudes.
Are the dudes in the box gay?
I would have to assume so. I mean, I like I said, I don't know, but I did see a clip about it on like Weird News or something, and I was like, what the fuck? Whoa. Wow.
Japan's got a lot of angles.
Yeah, how's that legal? Whatever. Okay, happy for him. I thought they were like kind of prudy.
Well, I'm sure Michael would know much more about it than it, but I do find Japan's hard to pin because in many ways they are very conservative, but then in other ways they're
in TV extreme. You can suck each other off on TV.
Can you cuss? I have no idea about that.
Can you cuss on TV there?
I don't curse either. I know that it's such a repressed society that this is often the case that leads to a lot of really, really tweaked people sexually.
Like priests.
I guess so. Kind of. Think about it. All that anime, tentacle, monster porn with schoolgirls, that's Japan all day.
I never thought that was much of a tweaker thing. I don't know why, but I always thought people that are into cartoon sex, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
When a giant monster that has like 500 dicks starts kind of getting rough with like a schoolgirl.
I don't think I've watched that.
It's like a whole
it's
like a whole genre.
Some of that hentai.
Well,
really...
schoolgirl to me in cartoons, if you're a Japanese schoolgirl, you're not a schoolgirl. You're Japanese anime. And I'm trying to think of another girl that I've seen that doesn't have a schoolgirl dress on in that scenario. They're kind of like Britney Spears to me. You know what I mean? If you got that particular little skirt on, you're not a schoolgirl. You're like, a whore. Britney Spears ruined that for me. You're a slave. But yeah, I never really I guess I never really watched them. That's the other thing. I've got on my TV in there's like a bunch of different porn in some of the categories. I clicked on it once with my wife the other day where it was, what was video games? What's the video? They were like monster guys, like with horns and shit, like goblin looking dudes from some video game that is like a popular video game. I just don't know their video game, but yeah, I think so. And they're fucking orgying. And it's like warlock guys fucking dudes in the head and fucking everybody in the ass and making the weird noises and shit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah,
I think he used to do it.
So
yeah.
people watch, they jerk off to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I never, it's one of those things where it's a cartoon, so I can't see the realness in it, but I've never seen the octopus.
I'm strange in that way. I don't like anything. I like attractive people having sex. That's the porn I like.
Pretty basic.
Yeah, I don't need anything beyond that.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that, I think, at this point, Catherwood. Like, hot couples having sex in porn is boring as fuck to me. Like, I'll watch that sometimes because my wife is more into that kind of thing. If she doesn't really like porn, but if it's porn that should be something like that, she's so goddamn picky. If anybody's like making the wrong noise, then I gotta change it. I gotta find somebody else. Not me. Don't need that. Just need to be really into it. That's all that matters. Well, you already just answered why it's massive. Over there, when they watch porn, you blur out the bits that you're supposed to be watching the porn. What the fuck? you imagine if your porn consisted of blurred out dicks and pussies, so you just kind of see. Like, I would rather watch a porn where they wore underwear and blue-balled each other than the blur. Like, you blurring it.
Yeah, the blur kind of takes me out.
Yeah.
Agreed. Right, but that shit is.
No wonder tentacle porns work. You're like, there's a dick going in a vagina.
But that shit has a massive following everywhere in the world. Yeah, so it's not just They're weird though. They're into poop. You wouldn't expect that about them.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're into poop?
Well, like a lot of I only know this because a lot of the terrible images that I find to send people that have to do like Tub Girl, the famous Tub Girl. So,
yes, Tub Girl.
There's the videos of all the camera underneath the toilet bowl of girls doing poopies, and that was Japanese. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then that girl that comes out of nowhere and shits on the ground. You know that one? She's got a bunch of videos of where she comes around a corner and shits and then walks off. You don't know about this chick? She's pretty cute.
I kind of like that from her.
When she comes out, she's like, oh, and then she comes out onto the street and fucking goes, shugga, like fucking rockets turns out of her butt.
Jeff Tremaine would give her a job.
Yeah. She's kind of like that fart lady who's also Asian, that big Instagram one that, you know, she put the loudspeaker in the supermarket on her butt and did a fart. I like her too.
Do we keep going or do we have to break? We have a guest who is joining us at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Oh. What?
Yeah, the blinds.com read has changed.
Whoa, who's that Dodgers chick?
That's Isa Gonzalez.
Who the fuck is Isa Gonzalez?
She's an actress. She right now is in the category of if she was a neo-Nazi, I would still fuck her. That's my top girl right now. She was in Baby Driver. I think she's in other big movies.
You know, the moto guy that I used to hang out with a little bit. I'm not going to say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Makes underwear.
Is he Australian?
Yeah.
No, he's American.
Okay.
Sober guy, right? Seen some videos lately where
Not so sober.
you know that eye when it looks up high sometimes. Broke his foot.
Oh man, oh god. That line of work, and same with fighters, man. It's just so tough because
I do not understand how anybody who had a pill addiction has a surgery or breaks a bone and doesn't do the first couple days. Like whenever I get a surgery or I break something, in a week I got this. But the day of and the day after the surgery, fuck off. No painkillers.
yeah, I broke my rib.
That just sounds.
It was horrible. There's this. I mean, I was just eating so much Advil. You know, just
No.
Kind of meditating, saying, keep reminding myself all this stuff over and over.
Do this because I always find like when I fight pain, I start to walk like I'm going insane. I was such a shit liar that even when I did break stuff, and I ran out of painkillers, and I was still in more pain, when I asked the doctor for more painkillers, I had that face that was guilty.
Right.
Like to the point where he'd go, I'll give you some ibuprofen, and I'd be like, fuck. And I never got this thing that everyone else talks about where your doctor just keeps giving you fucking painkillers.
I think it depends on the doctor. I mean, you obviously had a very savvy doctor.
I had more than one doctor though, dude. I'm talking about I've lived in like several different areas and broke bones for years, and every time I tried to get a second bottle of painkillers, they said no fucking way. The only time I ever got it was when I had the big surgery with the pins in there. They put me on what's it called? That's the P person. Yeah, so they were stronger, and then he gave me Vicodin, and then he said, "Go fuck yourself."
I fell in a hotel. I go check. I fell and smacked my head on the toilet and went to the emergency room, and the doctor gave me a script for all these painkillers. And I was like, I can't. I'm a drug addict. And he goes, well, it's okay. I'll monitor it. I was like, no, I can't take these. He's like, no, I'm just going to give you a couple. I was like, dude.
Do you know what an addict is?
Yeah,
wow, doctor.
Yeah. And, Dr. Drew wasn't surprised when I told the story. He was like,
I figured a doctor would know that. Maybe he didn't believe in addiction.
It's just a choice.
I'm so glad I don't have to drive to Havasu. I thought I had to drive the bus, and I found out the guy's driving the bus. Nice. I was like, fuck God. I hate driving buses. Who do you think won that fight, Sam Shocker and Kenda Perez?
I think you got the right call.
It's tough. I do think Kenda. But Sam, I think, boxed better. But Kenda hit her with Widowmakers like 15 times.
It was more than 15.
Dude, there was some combos there where she went left, right, left, right, left, right. And they all landed. And they were all hooks.
I just felt like Sam initiated and then Kenda made her pay. It was just that over and over.
I was watching it again this morning. I'm like, it's so crazy how one does a combo on the other one's face, and then the other one goes, "Oh, okay," and then they do their combo. Like it was like they were taking turns and they were agreeing,
like a Rocky movie.
Yeah, it was so stupid. No fucking facial defense at all. Like you come in and land yours, and now I'll come in. I swear, I thought I saw Sam like clap her hands and go, "Oh yeah," like now here's my turn, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
That was a tough one on the old boner too. That fight was a rough one.
Oh, you fucking tweaker, dude. Oh man, good for you.
Have you masturbated thinking about that fight?
Yeah.
It would make sense. I mean, that is
It was very hot. It was very hot to me.
blonde and brunette together, both sort of same body shape. Creeps. The holiday rush is almost here, which means it's perfect time to get your home decked out for the season. If you haven't tried Blinds.com, now is the time. They're offering huge deals all month long, so you can shop before Black Friday, save up to 40% site-wide, including blind shades, shutters, even outdoor shades, free shipping and a guaranteed perfect fit, whether you DIY or have them handle the installment from start to finish. Don't wait to save your next home project. Take advantage of these early Black Friday savings and shop these unbelievable deals today. Get a head start on your custom window treatments so you can enjoy your picture-perfect backdrop this holiday season. This is the one sale you don't want to miss this year. Shop early so you can relax later. Visit blinds.com now to save up to 40% site-wide, plus get lowest prices get lowest prices of the year on incredible doorbusters. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Case closed. UFOs are real. Definitive proof has been provided by UFC veteran Diego Sanchez.
Oh, man. God damn it. I was like, this is the perfect way to do it because you've seen some videos and there's talk and most of the thinking people out there are like, yeah, look, probably really good chance that they're out there. And then just after the years of talk and seeing some videos to just go, look, it's official. We've seen some, and there are, intelligent life out in space.
I think
and
we're
we can all just, and we're right. No mass hysteria. We're already in a fucking pandemic. No time to freak out about aliens. It's not like they're here right now, but we can handle it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it. But instead, it's fucking Diego Sanchez.
Well, here now. I was doing energy work on my patio, he writes on Twitter, at Diego Sanchez UFC, as a UFO flew right up on me. I called for my daughter. Quick. She watched this thing hover. He wrote Uber, but he meant hover, only hundreds of feet away. Albuquerque is a trip. Sightings are regular here, but this shit was contact. Tonight, it was obvious it was watching me.
Diego Sanchez seeing aliens is big, but it's not as big as Rob Corddry. Welcome. Yeah. Well, it's official that we have aliens out there, but that is big to the world. But yes. But Diego Sanchez officially has told the world.
He put it on Twitter.
It's a fair comment, especially after the comments that he has made.
He's the new attorney
general. He's a UFC fighter that might be the number one most washed up guy that is still in the UFC. CM Punk might be worse. Yeah, and he does tons of hallucinogens. I shouldn't talk shit on people that do that, but when you talk about talking to aliens are watching you when you're working in your backyard and you do tons of hallucinogens, it's hard for me to trust you. Do you know much about dimensions, Rob? I haven't seen you for a while, but I've been talking to a lot of scientists lately, so I might get deep from time to time. Dimensions where people could be, and then they could come here, and then they could go back into the other dimensions, like dead people, like ghosts and shit. You don't believe in ghosts? Because you're
What was that? What would that change? What does it change, though? We were talking about this recently. Rob Corddry from CBS is the unicorn. What changes if it turns out this is all a simulation? Is there any way that they could publicly say, guys, seriously, if we could just call a timeout for a second, this is all a simulation, here's the proof. Is there any way that news could be presented that any majority of the population believes it?
Yeah.
Straight talk.
Don't you think though, if this was a simulation, like it would be better? Like why?
It's awesome. What are you talking about?
No. The world is awesome, but why would you make a simulation where there's famine and disease and pedophilia and you know what I'm saying? Like it.
Look, whether it is or it isn't is beside the point. If you're simulating or you're not, you got to kick ass.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh wait, it's not real. I'm gonna start kicking ass. Yeah, like wait,
red pill, blue pill, we party.
It's still gonna simulate shit times ahead if you give up. So you got to go off, like you do, Corddry. You're in fucking everything. That's right. You're a winner. You go out there and you get your fake victories. You know? What do you mean?
Ready Player One, maybe?
Tamagotchi? I'm listening hard.
Yeah. Don't be a dick is a big one. It's like, do I like to walk around in my day constantly being berated by dicks? No. Do you? No. So fucking don't be a dick, man, and then everybody will be less berated by dicks, and therefore being friendlier to approach, and then you'll be surprised. places where people don't get hit in the head with like unwanted dicks, they're usually a lot more upbeat. You know, they're like smile when you approach them. Because wanted dicks, getting hit in the head with a bunch of dicks that you want, that's a different visual entirely.
Yeah.
But getting hit with a bunch of unwanted dicks, that shit is a nightmare. That is...
Yeah.
You can't think straight, Rob.
Right.
When
And
that's
an
happening.
unwanted dick gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of not wanting them is, man, dude, if you could line up like a small roller coaster that like goes down a straight tunnel and it's just dicks, unwanted dicks, because you obviously don't want it and they just all hit you in the face, that's a ride, you know?
I feel like it's worse for the dicks, frankly, than it is for me.
It's like a confidence booster it's like when you go to a camp to, you know, when you like get cured from gay, this would not be the kind of camp, but a camp to make your kids tougher, you know? So it's like a demoralizing roller coaster. And at the end, it's like, what are you going to do? Give up because you were hit by a bunch of unwanted dicks? Get up and rise above. You know what I mean? Don't give up.
Are these amputated dicks or just people standing aside the roller coaster with their dicks waving?
Guys standing on the side.
Wow.
Dick tunnel. It's going to be hard to design. It can be done. So just this TV show, or do you have any other movies and stuff? You can't do stuff, but do you have stuff planned besides your TV show? Because you're always busy. You're always doing shit.
Oh, that's right.
That is probably the coolest TV show gig that I could possibly think I could get.
It's up there, man.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Sounds so good. It just sounds so good. Check out this new car. And you're like, okay, I will. Fucking okay.
No way.
Shit.
How many dudes said that Testarossa with the slashes in the door? Because that was like the ultimate.
I had a Datsun. Now, Rob, I think I saw on your Instagram that you were doing the whole hotel room quarantine before you filmed something. Was that for the unicorn? Am I imagining that happened? Did you have to live in a hotel for 2 weeks?
It's smart. I don't do that. Yeah, man, that would be the highlight of my life because you're really good at stuff, but I think I would destroy you. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you could run? Do you think you could run faster than me? Really? I'm not very fast. I waddle. I'm crooked. I work out sometimes. You don't do any legs, you're saying. Wait, did you have a background? Did you seriously though, when you were younger and did you actually have some running in your life? You did some running. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you would have the hands, the wind, like, so you... Right. Slicing through the wind.
What if though like a role came along like Kamal and Johnny did, where they're like, Rob, you're perfect for this, but we need you to be jacked. Like would you enjoy that, or would it be like you do it obviously, but you would hate it? Yeah.
It could be done. He could be in the Avengers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like with the real tight. You fucking idiot. What the fuck are we talking? You could. Oh, I don't know much about cartoons. Kevin, what's one of the guys they haven't put in yet? I don't know any of these assholes, Rob. I just see you. You know Captain America, how he... Oh, come on. Cartoons. There you go. You could be... Because the guy, Captain America, he's not as jacked as he is in when he's Captain America. That's not real, right? They can make Rob jacked like that.
Yeah.
CGI I don't know, a lot of those actors do get that big. Do get that jacked. Like Josh Brolin to play... Right. Like Josh Brolin to play Thanos got fucking crazy. Shredded.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just be like Captain.
Didn't even need to do it.
No, he didn't at all. You could be like Captain New England. You could just represent.
Yeah,
he's from Pawtucket.
All he does is talk shit, dude. He just stands by.
You saying that old Jax would be the fucking greatest movie ever. I would love that.
Absolutely.
But you still got to be jacked. Yeah. Yeah, he could do that. Yeah, but they can just make you look big, like when Sylvester Stallone's as tall as a normal person.
That's right.
To do what? To be in... I don't know.
Nice.
Dude, you know what? The guy... I could never help you in any way. I'm completely useless, but I do owe you. I forever owe you, Rob Corddry. If you ever needed anything, if you need me to punch somebody, I would never punch anybody because somebody asked me to do it, but I would do it if Rob Corddry asked me.
Oh, yeah.
I would beat someone up for you, Rob. You came to my fight in the middle of literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. I didn't even know where I'd brought somebody. He came to watch a fucking fight. This guy over here. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
I thought he was going to an Indian casino. He was actually going near an Indian casino.
Yeah, pseudo. I'm so lame.
It was nuts. A very funny story about that is my wife was on the pilot episode, or first episode of The Unicorn. Yeah. Talking about how he saw her, and amazing cast, and like she said, it was just like the most fun. But she sees Rob on set, and she walks up. She goes, "Hi, I'm Bianca." And Rob's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And she goes, "Well, we've actually met. I don't expect you to remember." She goes, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, where?" And he goes, "At Jason Ellis's fight." And Rob goes, "What the fuck were you doing?" That's impossible. There's no way.
Oh man, yes, that did bring an odd bunch. Oh shit. Oh man. I just realized that normal people that were at a King of the Cage event that were sitting there would have gone like, "What's up? Why would Rob Corddry come to King of the Cage?"
Absolute fight junkie. He's got big
loves that cat. Loves the undercard, the whole thing.
It's got the kids' college fund on it.
Yeah, no, it was a big money fight.
Nearly bankrupting the casino in the process.
Oh shit. Yeah, it was a fun day for everybody. It was a weird thing to do something to me that's way bigger deal than a normal fighter because it's not my job,
right?
And I have only had 2 fights my whole life, and it was a really difficult fight. Like by the end of it, I was like, I can't believe I fucking did that almost because I thought for sure I was a dead man, and then to see these guys, it was almost like a little bit of a. When you die and you go to like all the people that you love, and I'm like, because I was so in a haze of this is probably the gnarliest thing I'll ever do in my life, and then he's fucking there in a tux, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't even fucking. Hey man, you know what I mean? Like I think it was like meeting me on ecstasy. You know what I mean? I probably was just like, hey, Rob, far out, man, you're here, I love you, bro. Like I think I would have been. I was so high on shit. It went the full. I won. No, you fucking asshole! I won with 1 second left in the entire thing. I did it. I beat him
3 rounds.
Yeah, with. Oh wow! You might have been watching somebody else. Yeah, I lost badly for. There was a few moments there where I lost. I was definitely losing, and then I bounced back, and then almost lost again. But in the end, I pulled his arm off. But I was lucky. So you don't. It sounds like you're almost bragging about not working out, but you don't look unfit at all. You look good, dude. If you're almost 50, there's a person that's fighting this weekend in Alice Mean. He's 44, and he looks like he could be your dad. You look like you could just be healthier. I feel like when people get bigger easy, that's the person that has to worry about it a bit more. If you're leaner, then you could kind of, because that's the new healthy anyway these days. Being bigger is a little bit unhealthy. You might look good, but you could be potentially pushing it too hard. That's why I feel like there's a new 50 that can be in totally good shape. There's all these yoga people and, you do the right diet and all of a sudden you kind of shred a little. Mike knows way more about that shit.
Also, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. There's also drugs. That makes a big difference. Like you get to that age and it's like Rob makes a decision. You know what? I'm going to start taking better care of myself. I'm going to work out. I'm going to look better. Little testosterone replacement therapy. Yep.
Have you thought about? I can tell by the giggle there that you haven't really contemplated using steroids yet, Rob Corddry. Okay, so you would do that if they.
Yeah.
Okay, now how would you go about doing that? Because I think we all know that some people have had to get fit in a hurry for Hollywood productions, and not all of them know a guy down at the gym. Let's just say, yeah, you are Captain New England, and filming starts in 9 months. What's the first phone call you make? Where do you get steroids, Rob Corddry, other than calling Jason and my God?
Yeah, I called me. Your doctor. Don't get those, Rob.
Oh, don't do
No,
that.
you're
Okay, get those. That's important.
affluent guys who are almost 50. There's no reason to do. You go call an endocrinologist, and you know what you should do is call Dwayne The Rock Johnson and say who's the right doctor to talk to. You go see that guy.
Wait, you think he'd deny it? He had like 2 breast surgeries because he had like
The gyno, yeah.
gyno tits. What about what? Okay, this is different, Rob. I sincerely believe, Catherine, if you called The Rock and said, "Look, I'm almost 50 and I've got a part in a movie where they want me to be jacked," obviously at this age, putting on 10 pounds or 20 pounds of muscle it's not even fucking humanly possible. And these days, because I'm on steroids, kind of like my doctor gives me testosterone replacement, and I inject myself, and my testosterone is level to like a 35-year-old, but it's still normal. And then the HGH pen, I just use it enough to like heal myself a little bit younger, probably still around a 35-year-old, but it's not like it's not dangerous, and I'm not cheating. I'm not like turning into like some monster. It's just maintaining a physical body. Like I feel like maybe if I didn't do that stuff, I'd probably look smaller, maybe because my body would be starting to dwindle from exercise instead of still growing. It's not a bad thing to do. Not at all. Not at all. I use such low amounts because that's the thing. Depending on who you meet, that's why if you get a doctor to do it and you get your levels checked and they give you a level that you're not trying to get the fucking upper hand and over the top. You're just trying to get stay healthy, because like if you get low testosterone, people can get sicker easier and stuff. So I just have where you're laughing. It's true, Rob. Yeah. Didn't do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say if right, so you don't need it. See, I did, and they say people are motocross guys and skateboarders from hitting their nuts on the ground against their leg from hitting the ground a lot. That's what the testosterone doctor
Also,
told me.
they're starting to notice now, and it's not even like a theory. Head trauma causes
Cool.
really damages your hormones.
Rob, in my experience, I went to a doctor. It was a bit for the show. We were all going to check our testosterone and see who had the lowest and who had the highest. So I made up fake symptoms so they would test me. And it came back that I had, this is a medical phrase, Rob Corddry, castration level testosterone.
Oh my gosh.
He's a lady.
I had fathered a child 2-3 years before that. And
That was the last
at
baby
least
he
one.
had.
And they gave me some weird, they said there's some weird like lady estrogen pill, and they don't know why, but it kickstarts about 50% of guys who have this castration level testosterone before they go on to real remedies for that. And they did it, and it worked for me. And last I checked, I'm back to normal where I should be. I noticed no difference from when I was presumably normal as a young man, went down to castration level testosterone, and came back to where I believe I am now. Eunuch.
I can't believe the doctor said that word.
Yeah. And I didn't notice any difference in my joie de vivre, you know. There wasn't any bounce in my step or lack thereof.
See, I did. The reason I got sick a lot, if I trained really hard, I got sick, and that's why I went to the doctor and got him checked, and they said that could be a side effect. But the difference is I was trying to train like a young man in a game where you're supposed to give up by now. But because of, like Mike said, this whole conversation started, because of these things, you can be 50 and be in the game, not like a 25-year-old, but you can still be in the game. Yeah. I don't wake up tomorrow, that's the other thing. I wake up in the morning without it. I'm so sore that there's no way I'm going to the gym next day. And now I wake up and I'm sore like a normal person would be who isn't really old and fucked.
Me too, though.
You should do yoga. You should come over to my house and we'll do yoga in the sauna and then go in the cold plunge, Rob Corddry. You would love a cold plunge. Yeah. Good. We'll hang out in the backyard with Speedos on, slapping each other.
Shoving up.
Yeah, we're going to stretch in the sauna, and then we're going to go in the cold plunge. Yeah, dudes, sweaty dudes. I'm going to fully stretch you out.
make sure the groin area is...
You're going to get a full stretching from me.
There may or may not be a dick gauntlet.
I can FaceTime her while I'm stretching you out if you want. It's going to get foggy, but I'll do it.
As I'm looking at Rob, though, I mean this. I'm not... Imagine how terrifying Rob Corddry could be if he was like an Irish mob boss and he got jacked. Like how, in comparison to like the normal person you would pick, like a Jason Statham, like Rob's face and like just normal Rob, but imagine like he got a giant trapped and he was like an Irish mob boss. He'd be fucking terrifying.
He could already be terrifying because he's an actor and he has poker face. He can be a convincing maniac. I can't do that. Don't have it. Yeah. Talking to me about getting a movie is a good idea.
This dark mustache, white beard thing you've got going on is really working for you, and I think it plays into what we're talking about. I believe you.
It's powerful.
I wasn't accusing you of going Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Wait,
Just for men? A little just for men?
Man, getting really jacked and bleaching your beard blonde would be the gayest Rob Corddry that ever imagined. You would be convincingly...
Look, hon, it's Hollywood Rob Corddry.
Yeah, and then tell your wife you're coming over to stretch in my sauna. She'll know what you're doing. Yeah. Yep. That's right, you're back. Wow. Yeah, you could just get that one stuck on. I did that for a while, kind of filled the void. No, not at all. I stuck it on. Yeah. Yeah, well, mouthful of many people. Well, dude, I sent you a fucking photo of my bald head before I stuck it on. Felt like that was the giveaway. Yeah. You don't I don't feel like... Yeah, I don't think I think he's like a big DM guy on Instagram. I think he's like, yeah, cool, all right, bye. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I tried to send you one of how bald I really look. Another time. It won't happen again because that's my advice. You could just get one stuck on, walk around for a week, and then you'd be like, oh, whatever. You can't because you don't look bad as a bald guy, so it's not that big of a deal. And that's what happened to me. In the end, I was like, yeah. There was a couple of days there where I was like, oh my God. Am I the most handsome man in America? Because I fucking swear, the first time it was on, I was like, wait, dude, you're really attractive. And then starts to sort of sink in that it's glued, and then you kind of get a bit of a bad look, then more of you realize the mystique of the wig disappears, and then you can see more of your actual face, and you realize, fuck, you know what I mean? I'm not really that handsome. And then you're like, why am I coating this chewed up head with this fucking amazing mane? It's just stupid. But it was fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit harder for you. You're Rob Corddry with a wig on. I'm just like a guy, and you're like, wow, that guy has amazing hair. That's all that happens, you know?
It was that boyish man.
That's what I thought was happening every time I met somebody when I had that hair on and they didn't know me. I was like, they were just like, they're like, fucking hell. That tattoo guy is probably the best looking man I've ever seen.
You guys both have good bald heads, though. I mean, like, cause honestly, like.
But I'll tell you, we're lucky. But I'll tell you, all you hairy men, you're lucky that Rob and I don't have hair because we are.
There'd be no women.
Ridiculously attractive.
Yeah, there'd be no women left.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd all be your fathers. Yeah.
Oh, right. Sure, exactly. Pursuing her passion for Ashton Kutcher movies, having no idea she's about to get blindsided by a hairy Rob Corddry.
Women could not get enough of the Corddry dick. Yeah. Oh, full circle.
Boom. Recall.
All right, Rob. It's time for us to go because I have to leave. I'm going in a bus with a bunch of people that you would love this. In a bus of a bunch of people that just got COVID tested to Lake Havasu to fight on 3 floating islands in the middle of the lake. We're going to have a boxing fight on Saturday. You can watch it on YouTube if you're not doing anything. Yeah, I'm in the blindfolded cowbell fight. We got cowbells around our necks, and we're going to punch and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah. No. I probably was really sore when I told you that. I feel revived. Well, here's what happened, Rob. I had a heart thing again from drinking, and then I'm not allowed to drink anymore, and then not drinking anymore because when you're like a kind of a stinger, I'm a guy that's like did cocaine and heroin, and I backed off and ecstasy and acid, and I got rid of, then I just was like, I have a couple of wines, and I smoke a lot of weed, and then I drank a lot of wine on a vacation when I went up to Big Sur, like everybody else does when they go there. That's what they all do. Just, do we want some wine, sir? Would you like some wine, sir? And I'm like, well, yeah, yeah. And then I. Yeah. 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 See, I got it. Because I could tell people are weird about it. I only have a couple friends now. And now the fights, like, people don't want to come over. The only 2 people that came and watch fights, I feel like they're less inclined to want to come over. And I'm like, you guys don't, it's different. I'm not, I'll admit that I think I am some kind of addict for sure. But I'm not you can pour a beer on my hand and I'm not going to go, oh. I'm not like, you guys are all having fun. Like, I'm a fucking fully grown dude that has a really awesome life. And if you get drunk and you start repeating yourself, I'm so okay. I didn't miss out on fucking anything. Like, there's nobody that's having a wine tonight that's getting this thing that I am not aware of. I'm okay. But it has lit a fire on the doing stuff. You know what I mean? I just keep waking up and going, fucking doing stuff. Didn't realize it. Maybe I was going a little hard there. Happens. Yeah. yeah, I wish you could do it too, because I would love to have Rob Corddry, the weed smoking friend. We would be buds. Because I'm not like a teenage stoner. I don't like hang out and eat well, I do at night, but I smoke weed and then I'll do stuff. Like I'll go swing kettlebells or go out on the roof and kick the heavy bag or go in the sauna and do a bunch of punches with weights in my hands and then go in the cold plunge. Like I do shit when I get high. It's a bit different than... Yeah. 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 Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
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 Oh my god.
Nightmare.
Oh, Rob, that's like my worst nightmare. Did you interact with you? Why did you do that before the kid went to bed? Did you?
He thought he was taking the edge off.
Yeah, but what, you take the edge off. I think it was. My palms are sweaty. Did you interact with an 11? Did you interact with your 11-year-old progeny while you were way too high?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't. My kids fucking weird me out. Yeah.
I would much rather be there whenever this is happening. Just Rob not being able to handle stuff seems like so much fun to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. When you don't do it and then you do too much, and edibles. I feel like edibles are the biggest setup for beginners ever. With the whole, only this is one dose and this one's two. Some people just don't tell the truth with that, and some people that make it don't know what the fuck they're doing when they make it. You're gonna if it isn't somebody that's like, I've got these ones, I eat these, and here are some of mine, and here's how much you should take because you've never taken any before. That's the only way you should have an edible, not at the store from some stoner. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. You smoke like 3 joints all by yourself, and you're like,
you gotta grow your own.
There's still weed that I could find you stuff that you would like. But like I said, you're in a house of where everybody else that wants a weed wants it to be fucking lethal. Like the weed market, everybody that consumes weed, it demands extra strength, double the dose, whatever it is. So when you go into a store, when you're like, hey, newbie here, and they're like, oh, newbie, what you need is the fucking you need the fucking Red Dragon. Or they're gonna trip you out. Yeah. Yep. Oh, what? Oh, man. Oh. Wow. Oh. Oh. No, you didn't. But that is so good. Yeah, like it depends on who you do that to. If you did that on my show, I'd be like, oh, country is fucking gone, you guys. Check him out. We're having so much fun. Please keep going. Rob, where'd you go?
You think that doesn't happen here like once a week?
I was going to say, you realize Dingo gets paid to do that every Monday. Really?
Yeah, I heard Chelsea Handler do it like earlier this week on Stern.
Wait, she did?
Yeah, she's like,
Let's play it out. I've done that.
Rob, you either are that guy or you aren't. And if you are that guy, then for sure you would.
I was gonna say
Yeah, same here.
I hit the pen hard before the next level would be to do a dab, and I would never put you in that. But there's dabs out there. There's these things that are way more concentrated. You did the dab gel into your mouth.
oh my God.
Don't buy weed ever again, okay? Don't, like, if you want some, I'll mail it to your house. You are fucking, you do, dude. That sounds, I know, like, all my weed stories, and he has, like, the three experiences, the last three experiences are, like, the worst. They're up there with some of the worst I've ever heard. Yeah, don't do that.
Huh. That's surprising. I feel like those usually go part and parcel.
Yeah, well, maybe you might be just it's not your thing, which happens to a lot of people. But
yeah, stick to functional alcoholism, Rob Corddry. It's got you this far.
Yeah, the American way.
All right. Thanks for always talking to us on the show, dude. I love you.
Tonight is the premiere of season 2 of The Unicorn.
That's right. Yeah, later, man. There it is, the great Rob Corddry, everybody. Yes, tonight. You can watch it. Wait, does that mean tonight your wife is on, or that's already happened?
No, my wife is on the first season.
Because that's the one that made me watch the show.
Yeah.
Season 2 of The Unicorn premieres tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on CBS. Rob Corddry, to me, he's like a brand. He's one of those people that, like, if he's in something, I know what the style is, and I know I'm going to like it.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a handful, like Jason Schwartzman is a brand. I like Jason Schwartzman movies. Doesn't matter who else is involved with it. I like the things that he does.
I'll do you one better, Michael. He's in a show where all the people that are in that show, I don't like any of their comedy, and I love that show because he's in it.
Yeah.
Like the show that I was in, I don't really like those guys. I mean, I don't sound like. I'm not a fan of. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the other guys, I don't really like their humor.
It's an acquired taste.
But I love that show. You know?
No, I think Tully's right. He is. He has his own. He's a brand. You know, there's a couple actors that are like that. Adam Driver is like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Michael Madsen's like that. Doesn't have to be a good brand.
No. That's very good call. Steven Seagal.
I was watching Spider-Man last night, and I didn't realize how sad that guy is. Like, he cries.
I saw you tweet that.
In the movie so many times at the start, and, like, the love interest is the dumb. Like, he's like, I'm back now, and I'm, like, really, like, changed. I've become me, like, as in, like, because he gave up being Spider-Man or something, and he just goes back. She's fucking engaged to get married. He goes over there and just asks her to get back with her. And she's like, no, I'm not interested. It's a constant, like, he's like, meow. He like goes to reach for snacks and people take the snack before he gets it. He's like, meow. And then the girl's like, I don't really like it. He's like, meow. And then like his friend's like, you want to introduce me to Spider-Man. He's like, meow. And then like he goes to reach for a drink and someone takes it. And I'm like, dude, Spider-Man is like a hero. And it's just, he just sucks.
Is that common is that like,
yeah, those guys are mad whipped.
Is that the way it is in the comic book, though, Kevin? Is Peter Parker, like, kind of a bitch?
He cries.
Okay.
I don't know. He looks high in it, too. It's either he's about to cry or he's high. Because his eyes are red in the whole movie. And I think it's because he's almost about to cry or he's crying.
Worth seeing, though. I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie besides Into the Spider-Verse, which was animated. I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie since like Tobey Maguire's days.
Oh, you must.
Are they the new ones are good? Seriously?
I don't know. I did. Something to watch while I was eating dinner.
Yeah.
He's squirting. He's trying to squirt his thing out and it wouldn't squirt out because he's fucking got love problems and he's losing his squirty shit because he's got a love. I'm like, dude, you know what you are for fucking all these talents? You're a bitch, you know? Like, if I was Spider-Man and you were Spider-Man, I'd break you fucking quick. And I'm not saying, like, I'm emotional, but goddamn, dude. And she ain't worth it, you know? She's not Indian. She's married some other dude on a whim. The fuck are you trying to fuck her for? That's fucking Spider-Man. Go find someone else.
I guess that's the upside to Batman. He never is not a arrogant billionaire dick.
Thanks for being on the show, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in Lake Havasu tomorrow. Don't forget, YouTube, Jason Ellis Show, Ellis Mania, blah, 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 don't die. Maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I want to try to go live from Lake Havasu. We'll see. All right?
Jason Ellis Show. That's it. Holy shit.